All right, we're back.
I mean, legit though, that would be a really interesting thing to do in place of a one-shot for one of these.
I mean, us just talking game design shit, 100%. Yep.
Yeah, like on a morning where like things fall through, we could all just like talk about projects we're having and like shoot the shit about them.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
I mean, we should just do that anyways as a little show.
Let's just organize a game design talk show. Let's do it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Cool. That's been declared.
We did it while live, so now everyone is going to be expecting it and demanding that we do it.
That's how it works. That's how you get things done. Yeah. So you make yourself accountable to a large number of people who will like grump at you. That's how I get things done. It's part of the reason I set up a Patreon was I was like, now I'm accountable to my patrons.
My Patreons.
My Patreons, yeah. Chihiro, Kaito, Maho, where are you hanging out? Where's your hangout, chill out spot that you're not supposed to be?
I mean, isn't it the car?
Yeah, exactly.
With the car parked in the pine clearing.
Yep.
And like, especially because, and like, I love that like at no point did I make this connection earlier. Like, definitionally, Andrew's character is driving illegally because they can't have a license. They're not old enough yet.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Like she's not road legal.
Who's gonna stop me though in this fucking
Exactly,
town?
it's a small backwater town. No one gives a fuck. But like, you know, at the same time, yeah.
In the background.
That's what makes it so cool.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
It's so cool.
Somewhere in the background we hear like a horn, not a horn, like a big low whistle go off, and like the sound of venting steam, just whoosh.
What time of year is it?
I'm feeling autumn. Yeah.
I'm feeling late autumn.
Snap.
Like late autumn.
Yeah. The Momiji have been and gone. It's coming into winter. The herons have already flown for the
Yep.
Look, you write a lot of haiku. You learn a lot about the seasons.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What does it look like in the car at the moment?
So there's music playing. It's some
jazz.
Like sentimental, you know, like jazz that has a woman singing some sad tune, you know, or sad song. And definitely Maho is like, so the front seat is like a bench seat style where there's no like separated foot areas. And so she's just laying on that with her head hanging out the door, looking at the sky and smoking.
Yeah.
And maybe also like has some apples in a bag or something.
Yeah. Are you eating apples?
They're Fuji apples.
Eating apples because it's fall.
XP.
This is why I was curious about what time of year it was, because I was like, what am I going to sit around and eat in my car? Because it's not just, I'm not just going to have a sandwich. This isn't America. So
You got a little bento, a little onigiri.
yeah, there's like a little like shittily assembled bag lunch that she is eating, and I assume everyone is there.
Yep.
That's how I am postured.
Yep. Sorry, where are you? You're sitting.
She's lying
Laying down on the front seat with my head hanging out the door.
Yeah, cool.
The driver's side door, and the door is open, and I'm looking up at the sky.
I have a question. Is Kaito looking for mushrooms?
Yes, 110%. Like,
Cool.
because it's autumn. It's the season for it.
I think I'm lying down in the back seat of the car, and I have like sort of like held against my chest. I have this like stuffed toy, which I think is
It's
like
Hello Kitty.
Yeah, it's totally Hello
Fucking
Kitty.
Hello Kitty. It has to
Hello
be.
Kitty.
Like,
Yeah, it is.
the whole time you were describing that earlier, I kept meaning to say this, and I kept
Like
you're
first
right.
edition Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, you're right at the beginning of that phenomenon.
Yep. And I think I also have in my hands like a record in its case that I'm like, well, I'm putting it back into its case, and I'm looking kind of like slightly salty because like I wanted to be able to play my music, but like you never let me play my music in the car. And so I'm like putting it back in. Although I don't know how we would have a record player.
I was gonna say, the car has a vinyl player. I
don't know. Look, we can only have records as gear, so.
Yeah.
So sure, why not?
I mean, it would be like a crank.
Yeah, like there's just a fucking crank handle thing in the back seat. Like,
Yep.
It's like in the trunk or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got the sound system in the trunk. We out here. It's like fucking gramophone.
It's just the idea of us like driving along and there's one person just like leaning over the back seat and just like cranking the.
I mean, no, you can't use it while the car is driving anywhere because it's like fucking
Yeah, to chew up all the power.
Oh, and I'm totally chewing gum as well. And just like annoyingly like popping it.
Kaito, you hear footsteps in the forest, like crunching of leaves.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think I like straighten up from like the roots of this great old pine tree that I'm like, that I've just like cut a couple of matsutake away from with my like, because my weapon is like a belt knife.
Cool.
Yeah, and I've like put them in like a little like in my hat. I think I've got like a farmer hat of some kind. I've like put them in my hat, and I just like turn around to see who it is, right? Because like this is a small farming town. Like everyone knows what everyone else.
Yeah, I think there are, like the sound is a little way into the woods. So like you would have to go and like investigate them. So like yeah, you would have to leave like the visual range of the car. I mean, like that's not that big a deal, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I like turn and look back towards the car.
Yeah. I think I have like kind of like sat up to look out to like see what you're doing because I'm bored and so I'm like looking out and I like kind of see you as you like straighten up and put the knife away and you're like looking off into the trees.
Yeah.
So maybe like if you turn around we make eye contact.
Yeah, I like turn around and we make eye contact and I give you just like I give you like the okay symbol and I like turn to go deeper into the trees like I'm just gonna get some more. Because like here's the thing, like no matter what my parents say, it's not actually my fucking job to parent you.
Yeah.
And like you're with Maho, you'll be fine. Also like
I'm like God, 17. I'm like
also God, who even knows what the fuck is up with her right now? Like I just like this was meant to be a nice hangout like it used to be when everything was normal, but like Maho hasn't said a single honest word to me all drive, and like being around you is just exhausting because I'm constantly having to think about like, oh, what will my parents say if I let you do that? And I just like no, I'm gonna go and have an adventure in the woods by myself, and you two can just like hang out and listen to jazz or whatever.
So yeah, I think I see that, and I kind of like frown a little bit and like, but like nod at you to like say, I guess I have received this gesture. And then I think I kind of like turn my head back and like look at Maho, who is like presumably kind of like zoned out, like staring.
Yeah, watching the smoke from her cigarettes like change the sky as she exhales.
Yeah.
Aesthetic.
I try to work out something to say, but I can't come up with anything.
It's great because by like not being able to work out what to say, you've like by trying and failing, you like you're definitely not quietly
not doing comfortable silence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. So Taiko, is it Kaito? Kaito, yeah, you wander into the forest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you follow the sound of these like footsteps, and the footsteps are like uneven. They're like 1 2 1
Huh.
1 2
It's a bit
1 2.
weird.
Like it's not someone just walking. It's someone maybe stumbling around or like an injured animal or something. Yeah. And
Yeah, so I think we see her brow like furrow slightly. as she immediately assumes responsibility for this problem also.
Yep.
And starts like trying to work out like, and is like moving a little bit faster, trying to like see through the trees and see like, who is this, what is going on, like trying to find signs of their footprints. Is there blood? Like, what is going, is someone hurt? What is the situation?
Mm-hmm. Yep, cool. Do you want to search for facts, or do you just want to like move straight towards the thing?
I think I'm searching for the facts.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Let me make that roll with my smart. I got a 10. I'm good at this.
Nice. Well done. Yeah, cool. Ask 3.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Mm-hmm.
How do the footsteps fit in?
Mm-hmm.
Where can I find beauty here?
Cool. You're like walking along and you're like, there's something weird about the footsteps, right? Apart from just their like stumbliness, and you realize they don't sound like they sound like they're on leaves that are on like a hard surface, not a soft surface.
Yeah, okay, that's...
And then you take a step and you feel the ground be hard underneath your foot. And you look down and there's like and like you like shift like the leaf litter aside with your foot, and there's like a big slab paver here, like you would find like on a sidewalk. Which, and then you see that like there's another one further up. Like you just see like the corner of it. That said, like I think like the trees here and the sunlight and things, I think there's probably butterflies.
Yeah.
My head says monarchs because pine forest.
Yeah, I don't know if you get those in Japan, but let's say
Let's go with it.
anyway.
Let's go with it.
Is it meant to be a non-native thing? Is this a magical thing?
I mean, there are monarch butterflies. There you go.
Oh, so it's that thing like as you walk, they like you disturb them and they sort of are
But
flying.
it only starts happening once you like once you've gotten to this area where there are the pavers.
And how do the footsteps fit in?
The footsteps fit in. All right. Here's what happens. You follow the pavers and the sound, and there's a salaryman like stumbling around, looking confused and worried. The section he's standing on is all paved with leaf litter over it. He's looking around wildly as if he's lost, confused. He has, I think he's like he's got a briefcase in one hand, and then his other arm is like underneath his like jacket.
Konnichiwa.
He like looks at you and like, yeah, you can see him just like
Odaiji?
Luke, I don't actually speak Japanese.
I know. We can't repeat what happened last time. The magic of Emily and I just role-playing in Japanese while everyone else is
I mean,
what?
hardly, only a little bit.
Only a little bit. I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to understand what you're saying, right? He recognizes that you're speaking. I think he recognizes that you're speaking like a language he should understand, but he seems like confused or something. As if, yeah, and he speaks back to you, and it comes out like someone's talking through water.
Yeah, right. Sir? And I just like hold, and I'm like stepping towards him like an animal, like a frightened animal.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, just deep breaths.
Hold steady.
Yep.
I feel like that's appropriate here.
Yeah, I reckon I'm a little bit fearful.
Yeah. Either that or encounter.
Which one's encounter?
When you touch or are touched by magic, roll plus weird.
Yeah, I think this is encounter. I don't know that she's afraid.
Like, yeah, because you're not being super afraid.
Yep. And weird is the stat I'm bad at.
Great.
I got a 6.
Cool. Awesome.
I don't understand it. It's bad.
Yeah, you step towards him and you like and he's like really fearful about it. He's like really scared of it. And then you put your foot on like the section of pavers that he's on, and he just goes, and there's just clothes and like shoes and the briefcase and a gun.
Okay, now I'm afraid. Now I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This is bad. And I think she's just like, oh god, what happened?
What's happening back at the car?
Yeah.
Either I have fallen asleep or I am doing deep work.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah.
I am not especially invested in either one.
Yeah, if you're doing deep work, you have to explain to me how the place is charged.
I think that maybe you are doing deep work and I have fallen asleep.
Okay, that's how it's going.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Talk to me about the emotional charge in this place.
This is where Kaito and I would come to have sex.
Yep.
Yes, that is an accurate statement.
Yep.
In the car that we would. Yes. So
I endorse this message.
this place is very charged with like that energy.
By deep work, do you mean you are masturbating?
Yeah, well, my friend's asleep. Yes.
Oh, I guess I am asleep. Fuck.
Kind of idly.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Like it's
not like there's some great need. It's just like, oh yeah, this is like a horny place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very glad I'm asleep. I'm very asleep.
Things got very Murakami very quickly.
Yep.
They really did. Absolutely.
What are you trying to achieve with your deep work?
This is the worst name for it.
I mean, I want to change something about Kaito.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely. What
Awesome.
do you want to change?
Yeah, like what is fantasy Kaito like? How is fantasy Kaito different than real Kaito, right?
What,
like it's
what
so
do I
obvious.
resent you for? Because there's like the really obvious ones of like, just like wanting you to like want different things or whatever. But I'm sure that there's some more fucked up thing about this. I think what bothers Maho about Kaito's behavior is that she's tired all the time.
Yes.
She's not fun anymore. And so the solution I see is not to like change her attitude, it's just to make it so that she's never tired.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, I love that. That's so good.
Which might accidentally make it so she can't sleep, but fuck that, whatever, who cares?
That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's so
So
good.
that's what I would like to do. And I think that this ties very nicely to the whole, like, because she's too tired to sleep with me.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
You know what
right?
I mean? Like, we can't get down anymore because she's too busy and tired.
First, you must seduce. First, you must seduce her, right? Like, if you can do that, you'll give her back the energy. Like, you'll imbue that energy into her.
Oh, so like, yeah, if they do the weird sex move, like that's the like.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta have some weird sex if the magic's gonna happen.
That's very Murakami brand weird sex. I love it.
But it will distance you from Chihiro.
Yes.
You don't say.
No kidding. You gonna do weird magic on my sister?
Cool.
Weird sex magic.
Yeah, weird sex magic.
Let's not beat around the bush
about
here.
this.
No, indeed. Beating around the bush must come to an end.
Thank you, Andrew.
Emily, you are lying down to sleep.
I am. Yes. Do I do the dream thing?
You aren't a person who can't dream, so you're not a mentor. So when you lay down to sleep,
You're not me.
roll
I can't dream, even when I sleep.
Kaito can't dream.
Nope.
Well, like it's
That's so
literally just
perfect.
like
I can't
yeah.
have magic dreams.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
have magic dreams. When you lay down to sleep, roll plus true on a 10 plus. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, I'm great at.
Good. Whoa.
Good old Chihiro the True.
Is this one? I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, Chihiro the True, Kaito the Steady, and Maho the Weird.
Okay.
7 to 9. On a 7 to 9, choose one.
You get either lucid and detailed or +1 forward.
No, that's the 10 plus. So someone in the dream.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong
gain a
list.
distance. Gain a distance with them, or someone, or the dream is confusing and unsettling. Take +1, -1 forward to hold steady. Your choice, and we can like elaborate once we've made the choice. I think in your dream the car is like driving, and it's like driving towards this place. Like it's driving along a road that you know, but instead of like where it would normally go, the road just goes like to a cliff, and with like the sea
It's a
beneath it.
metaphor.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is driving the car.
We're all having a cuddle pile in the backseat.
It's driving,
Oh.
but there isn't like we never look at who at the driver's seat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm totally sitting between the two of them. Like there's the two of them are on either side of me in the backseat of the car.
Yeah, you're caught in between the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm literally like, and there's this like weird silence, and it's that thing. Sorry, now I'm just like waxing lyrical because I
Yeah.
freaking love inventing dreams in role-playing games. It's this weird thing where you know stuff in dreams. I know that they're having a conversation, like telepathically.
Yeah,
like
but we're
they're
not
talking
speaking.
to each other,
Yes.
but they're not speaking. They're just like staring like dead ahead, and I can feel their conversation and the intensity of it, but I can't hear anything.
And it feels like it feels bad.
Yeah, and it feels
The
bad.
feeling
Yeah, it
is-
feels like
yeah.
it's really tense. Something is really tense, but I just don't know what they're saying to each other. So I think that to me sounds like the dream is confusing and unsettling. I'll take -1 forward to hold steady.
Kind
Oh,
of.
also,
Yeah.
no, go on.
You were gonna say also, so you should.
No.
'Cause
What was
I'm gonna do a moving on thing where if the dream
Yeah, I was gonna do the same.
Yeah. Both of you moving on.
Maho finishes up and then does like the and like straightens out her clothes and gets up out of the car, and that's what wakes you up.
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
And the car kind of rocks a little bit as she like kind of rolls
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah. So of course I wake up and the car is empty. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's
I like it.
standing outside of it, muttering something about Kaito. Like,
Okay.
where'd she go? And then like ding 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 knocks on the window like Chi-chan.
Yeah,
Where's
and I
your
like
dumb
kind of like
sister?
I've sort of woken up, but I'm like kind of startled a bit, and I like sit up and like rub my eyes. I have this like there are so many like gestures and habits that like Chihiro has never lost from being a kid, and like whenever she wakes up, she does the like rubbing her eyes thing. Yeah,
I mean,
so
yeah,
she-
it's the thing of like
does that.
you hold on to those things because you don't want to like to have happen to you what has happened to your older sister, right? Like,
Yeah, but it's totally subconscious. Like
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know that I'm doing that,
I
but yes,
understand,
absolutely.
You don't know that it's 110%.
But it's definitely that. Like I'm making a point of being different. Yeah. Yeah, so I like open the door kind of like past you, and like put my feet out, and I'm like, she was going further into the woods for mushrooms, but she gave me the, you know.
Yeah, and Maho like rolls her eyes. Probably got lost or eaten by something, and like reaches into the front of the car where laying like tucked in under the seat is a baseball bat
yeah.
and pulls it out.
And this is the moment where we see Kaito comes out of the woods, holding in like a bundle under one arm, like a pile of salaryman clothes and a briefcase and a gun in the other hand.
You need to
God
hold,
damn it.
You need to hold steady to do that.
Okay.
That's,
Okay,
yeah, totally.
Oh,
Totally.
good, because I was literally about to say, and I muttered to myself, I hope she's okay.
Yes, totally.
Roll to hold steady to do that.
Yep. What am I afraid of? I am afraid that the road will make me disappear too.
Mm-hmm. Seven to 9. Yeah, I mean, as soon now that you've got your foot on like one part of the road, the sounds from outside of the woods are starting to sound a little bit like they're heard through water.
I think she just freezes. Like, she freezes and she starts calling for help.
Yeah.
Okay,
actually-
so I need to walk into the woods to find.
Actually, hang on a minute. Let me have a look at my XP trigger. Do I call for help? No, I don't.
Well,
Well, I mean, isn't the thing about like rejecting help?
Yeah, you've got to reject it, not.
So I
So I like it, you call for help, but you don't like.
I don't know. So I would disagree with that. I think like if help is available and you choose not to take
right.
advantage of it, that is a rejection
I think
of
that's
help.
fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, because like I'm still within earshot, but I consciously choose like no, actually, nah, and fuck, because like he's a salaryman. He came from the big city. I'm standing on a road. I fucking follow the road. I want to go through the magic portal to Tokyo.
Did you pick up the suitcase or look in
the
it?
gun.
I mean, not
I think
yet.
I left the gun.
I mean,
I think I have the gun,
You
and I
can pick them up
have.
now that if you step onto the road, but
I think I have the gun and I have the suitcase, but I leave the clothes.
cool. Yeah. So yeah.
It's just a weird pile of salaryman clothes.
So you step onto the road and pick those up.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
And then I start, like walking down the road to see where it goes.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm just looking. Just thinking about what I want to do.
Ashes, dinner, pick a G, and move. Ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
Also, Andrew, I'd like to draw your attention to how we totally stole some of the really good questions from Girl by Moonlight for the.
I heard you asking where you could find beauty, and was just like, yeah, I know where that's from.
Yep. Yeah. They were real good questions, friend.
Mm-hmm. I
What
need
here's
help with them, so.
Yeah. So
what here is incomplete is also on the list.
yeah, you step onto the road, and immediately, the forest seems like it's behind, like it's muffled as if by water. You can still see it perfectly clearly. And yeah, the road doesn't go anywhere. This is like the end of that little path. There are like pavers like sprawling out from it in all different directions, but there's this this several meter radius zone that where the road is. And you hear the sound of a horn. As if
Like a car.
as if, like you hear the sound of a car like driving, getting louder towards you, and like someone like beeping on their horn. You're holding the suitcase and the gun.
Yeah, I think so. Here's what I think happens. I think am I on the edge of the space? Am I in the middle of the space?
You're in the middle of it now.
Okay, so I think here's what happens. I drop the gun and the suitcase. I don't actually need them. I move to the edge of the space, so I'm like still very much within this zone, but I'm like quote unquote like out of the traffic, metaphorically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I kneel down on the pavement like I would like at a shrine, including like I do the claps and the bows and everything. and I pull out the newspaper that I carry with me. This like newspaper from like, I don't think it's from Tokyo, it's from like Yokohama or something. And
Yeah.
it's the city that I want to go to, where there is like this job opportunity that like
Yeah.
I feel like could be opened up to me. I'm just gonna like totally not bother to actually search my memory of like Japanese social history. Like, let's say it's like the first office job in Japan that's like opened up for women or something.
Like a typist or something.
Yeah, and so I'm like, and it's where I really want to go. And so I like lay this out on the ground in front of me and like just stare at this picture of Yokohama. And in this place that is like in between the life that I would like to have and the life that I do have, I'm gonna do some deep work.
Yeah. What is your intention? What do you want?
I want my parents to let me go.
Right. Cool. Yep.
Right.
And I deliberately chose the most unspecific wording I possibly could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I want to make this like really specific, because that like.
I mean, first I must make Chihiro into the new me, right? Like I have to be like, yo, Chihiro will take my place.
Yes, but I kind of want to make it more specific in some way, right? Like.
Emily's just like looks up. What the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, it's about Chihiro taking your place, but what is the symbolic thing that makes that? Let me look at your character sheet.
Okay.
Chihiro and Kaito. Yeah, I mean,
do I need to convince Chihiro to like wear something like?
That's what I was gonna say.
Childish?
Like, yeah, the answer is is the thing of like,
yeah, some of my clothes.
Yeah, make Chihiro wear some of your clothes.
Easy.
And make them see Chihiro wearing some of your clothes.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. And like I think you know that will hurt Chihiro.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Why is everyone gonna hurt me?
Chihiro cannot be trusted. Chihiro cannot be trusted, and my responsibility to her weighs on me, so I don't actually give a fuck.
The answer, Emily, is it's my job to try and like put distance between you. It's your job to try and bring it.
No,
bring it.
Yeah, it's our job. We have to play to
It's
close
not
the
a legitimate
distance.
question.
So I march into the woods, and I'm like, Chi-chan. She like looks back with this like her eyes look kind of dead, like she's being very gloomy at the moment, and she just
She's
says,
being me.
"You can stay in the car if you want. I'm gonna go look
And
for
I
your
like-
sister."
Yeah, I like shake my head and I'm like, I'll come with you.
Suit yourself, and like, you know, baseball bat over the shoulder, kind of like trumps into the woods.
And it's great because there's like me behind you, like with this Hello Kitty toy, like my like backpack and whatever. I grab like my backpack with all my other stuff in it and like put it on, and it has little like charms hanging off of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like follow you.
So
Here
yeah,
comes
you
badass and a random nerd.
Yeah. So yeah, you wander in the forest, and I think you don't actually have to go in that far before you spot Kaito, because she's not actually in that far into the forest as she thought she was.
She's just tripping balls.
But yeah, I think you notice the pavers under the leaves. They're just concrete pavers. They're about 1 meter by 1 meter.
Yeah. Like, I just am marching in a direct line over to Kaito. Because
As soon as I see the papers, I think I stop because like I assume if this place is near our farm, like I know it fairly well, and I would know that they don't belong here. Yeah. Okay.
I am way too tsundere to give a fuck and march forward.
Cool. Yeah. Kaito.
Melancholy Tsundere. Would be a great name for an anime.
Maho is coming up behind you. You hear her, but her footsteps are as if through water.
Yeah, I think I stand up.
Am I close enough to reach out and touch her shoulder?
Yeah, I reckon.
Cool. I shove you and I say, "What are you doing, idiot?"
Yeah, and so I think I stand up and you shove me and I take a little step back and I turn around and I
As soon
face
as
you.
she shoves you, the water effect goes away.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I turn around and I face you and I look you straight in the eyes and I say, I found a way out of here, Maho. I get to leave. You can
Enormous
come with me or
eye
not,
roll.
but I'm going.
You're not going anywhere.
I think I just spoke a deep truth.
Yeah, right. Speak deep truth plainly.
Yeah.
Yep. Legit.
So what is the reaction you
What's the
hope
reaction
for?
you want?
I want you to consider coming with me.
Also, can I assume I can hear this conversation,
Yes,
right?
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll true.
This is a stat I'm okay at. I got an 8.
Cool. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. So on a hit, they feel the truthfulness of what you have said and will take action based upon it. So they understand that it's what you've said is true.
Yeah.
But on a 7 to 9, choose 1.
And you choose one.
See, here's the thing. Cause oh yes. Okay, I want to choose. I think the truth does not alter our relationship. It doesn't fix things between us.
Great,
But
because you know what will.
But it may well upset the status quo, and you won't necessarily take action as I hoped.
Yeah. So,
And I think she steps off the paver and just leaves the newspaper behind. And just doesn't even look back, doesn't give a fuck about it anymore, just steps away from it.
You can
And I
see Kaito, Maho, that there's the clothes and the briefcase and the gun as well.
yeah, I think she kind of idly walks over and, holding on to the business end of the bat, uses the handle to lift the shirt by its collar. She tucks the handle in under the collar and lifts the shirt up.
The smell of sweat is once you move it, you can smell the sweat on it.
Someone was panicking or scared or whatever while wearing this.
Yeah,
or...
panicking or scared or just worked in it for a really long time.
Yeah, I think
Right.
Sweat, alcohol, and cigarette smoke,
Yeah.
right? It's a
Yep,
fucking salary.
all of those.
It's
Yeah.
the holy trinity.
Yeah, but mostly sweat.
Yeah, and she looks over at you is this your new outfit?
Maybe.
Smells like shit, and she drops it. And walks over to you, and glances over. Is Chihiro visibly just gawking
Yeah,
at
what
us,
are you
or
doing, Chihiro?
Yeah, I think actually
child.
no, she is she's looking down at the pavers, and she's stopped, she hasn't stepped onto the first one. She's looking down at the pavers and she's kind of kicking the edge of it with her shoe, and looking sad, upset.
Great. So as long as you're not paying too close of attention, then I'm just gonna make my move here. And so Maho, being very blunt in her approach to everything, I think, just gets very close to Kaito, and says, "Well, how are you gonna leave here if you're working on the farm all the time? Too tired to even move," and pokes you in the chest. and like what she knows will be like a muscle that's sore from working on the farm.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and I like, there's like a spasm of like, oh, and I like rock a half step back.
Is that a deep truth? Maho?
is it deep?
I don't think it's
It doesn't sound
it doesn't
deep,
sound like
yeah.
a deep truth.
Yeah.
Sounds like a question. I mean, are you concealing your true feelings to manipulate someone would be my question.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get you off your footing so that
that's
I
smart.
can get you to sleep with me.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, right?
Say
So-
What do you want
and
from
roll
me?
smart.
Yeah, so I want to begin the all too familiar like browbeating that leads into sex between the two characters.
Oh,
Roll
such a
smart.
healthy relationship.
I mean, I know what I am.
A 7 to 9.
So they give you something close to what you asked for, and either way, ask them, what does my manipulation cost you?
God. Like, it costs her the initiative. Like, she was totally ready to, like, go home and, like, organize shit and, like, get out of here and, like, finally just, like, fucking be free. But instead, like, you've just added, like, a step of complication that then has to be dealt with. Like,
Drag you back in.
yeah, it costs her time here, still stuck.
Yep. Cool.
And if you were planning to do this the whole time, she continues, why don't you tell me about it? And if you want me to come with you, why don't you tell me about it months ago?
I only just figured it out, but you're right. Tell you what, and I like again, like I lean in so that we're like quite close to one another, and like my voice drops down to a whisper so that like Chihi-chan doesn't hear this and get upset.
I'm all like at this point I am like looking at you,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
haven't
like-
moved any closer.
I'm like, we could talk about it later tonight.
And so, of course, this is unacceptable because it's not exactly what I want right now. So, Maho like crosses her arms and shoots you a glare. And just
So it's Sundari.
we'll go to talk tonight, and you'll just fall asleep.
It's a day off. Hence why, and she like gestures at like the fact that she is standing here present with you.
Yeah, and then like another big exaggerated eye roll. Yeah. Why can't we talk now?
And my eyes like flicker over your shoulder to like Chihi-chan.
Yeah, and I'm already looking at you, and I like have as you look over at me, like I have this expression of like incredible
like
hurt and sadness, and I like immediately close that and like kind of put on this smile, which like probably to anyone who doesn't know me would look quite convincing, but like you absolutely know it as the like I am trying to look like I'm not sad smile. So I put on this smile.
Concealing your true feelings to manipulate
Well,
someone?
I'm not, because you know me too well. Like, I think to you it's very obvious, but there's the pretense of it, and I say as though, like in a voice as though I haven't heard any of this. I say, I like look at my wrist, and I have like a little like one of those like plastic watches, and I'm like, oh, Kaito. Dad wanted me to help with the rice this afternoon. I forgot. I should go and do that. And I like kind of fix my backpack and like turn to walk out of the clearing.
And like as you're making these excuses, Maho says to Kaito, "See, she never watches," and then like goes in to kiss you.
Yeah, totally.
Just like totally is just like, yeah, of course, it's just Chi-chan, like she's never a problem.
I gotta examine our distances and see how I feel about this. I still don't know what the fuck is going on. I think she like goes with it for like a moment, and yeah, there's like a moment, and then she breaks away.
And of course, like by the time you've broken away, like you can't see me anymore.
Yeah, I'm like I've got to go home too if mom and dad. And she like rolls her eyes because like you know the dance with our parents.
Oh,
it
was very obvious to you that was not a true thing.
Oh yeah, I know, but like I'm still like
Just
you are going somewhere on your own, and I am responsible
I'm going somewhere,
for you.
yeah.
And my responsibility to you weighs on me, and like I have to go wherever you are going and make sure that bad things don't happen. And so I think she like reaches up and like abortively she like goes to touch your cheek, but like stops and just like her hand falls away and her fingertips just like brush against like your jaw, and she's like, "Come by tonight, we'll talk about it." And I think she just turns and like,
nope. No, you're getting the like
Andrew's gonna spend 3 strings, so I can't walk away.
shitty K-drama arm grab.
Yes,
into
I love
like Maho is just gonna like forcibly like be like shitty and pushy and try to make you sleep with her. In the like she's just gonna take you now in the woods.
Wow.
That's what she's gonna do.
Intense.
She does not accept it. She like pulls you and like swings you back around by your arm and like slaps your other hand out of the way and like grabs hold of your clothes and starts going for it.
Am I caught up in violence?
That's the question. I think you are.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. So I gotta choose. Do I fight back, do I curl up, or do I run away? And I love that none of these are do what you want, right? Like,
Violence isn't a way to get people to do what you want.
yeah.
I really like that. Like what that move says. I think that's good.
Maho is really sad and frustrated and doesn't have enough like relationship literacy or emotional literacy to understand
like,
how to fix
that.
things, and is trying to just like force a thing through.
Just want to make sure that everyone's like understands red card policy. If you need to red card, hand up.
Yeah. No, I just like
This is like I am being very explicit. This is my character doing a really gross thing. I'm aware of it. We're all aware of it.
Yeah, and like I appreciate. I think it is
for the benefit of the audience.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I think she shoves you.
Yeah, right.
I think she
we get into a fight.
Yeah, she like shoves you away, and she's like, "No, later," and just like turns and like goes after Chihiro.
Gain a distance.
And yeah, I just need to
You
reach
gain
it. So
a
do
distance
I gain a
with
distance?
another player.
Yeah. So I'm about to make it sad.
Of
course.
Yeah, because I'm myself. Maho has disappointed me.
Right.
It's pretty disappointing.
I mean,
It is pretty disappointing, yeah.
Yep. Cool. Awesome.
I was going to pick Showed Me They Cannot Be Trusted, but I already have that with Chihiro, and so I didn't.
Don't worry, this is fine. That just means later I can apologize, and then it's makeup sex, which is 100% guaranteed thing. So no one can say no to makeup sex. It's not possible. It's illegal.
I'm sorry, Emily.
So yeah, I think.
So yeah, Maho just like sulks in the woods and like glares at you as you leave.
Of course we get the shot from my point of view because I absolutely haven't walked home. I have doubled back around and have been watching this interaction. So I think we see Kaito walking away from my perspective.
The like voyeuristic hand shot through the trees. Yeah,
and I'm just like, Chihiro.
And I sort of start and like scutter so that I can kind of like
you can be discovered
around and
Cool. I think that's time for a break.
I think it's time for a break.
we need to take a minute to breathe. We'll be back shortly, chat. Gosh.